With Billy now having the upper hand after outsmarting Jess and her father Raphael by listening in through a bug, Billy now knows about Raphael's journal, and the situation looks grim. Even Casey tells Jess that she should have stayed allied with Billy, because then things would be looking better for her. Fortunately, Jess has successfully hidden Ethan's phone away from Billy. Meanwhile, Oren and Liam are at the FBI, and have told their side of the story to Agent Ross. Oren is wondering if this was the right decision, while Liam tries to remind him that they had no choice. Liam believes that Ross will find Miles' body and thus prove their story is true. Ross then grimly tells them that Miles' body is missing, as well as the door to the clue room in Peter Sadusky's home. Ross is trying to understand what is going on, and shows her skepticism in the face of no evidence. Oren finally admits that Billy kidnapped him and is willing to have a polygraph test to prove his story. Tasha and Ethan are being led into the FBI building where Oren has passed his polygraph test. Interrogating Tasha, Ross brings up the activist history of her grandmother, and tries to appeal to Tasha by connecting to her family roots. Telling Tasha that Oren passed the polygraph, Ross looks for help from Tasha, to help Jess. Despite Ross' attempt to connect, Tasha is unwilling to admit to anything. Trying to show she is for real, Ross lets them go and leaves her card for Tasha to call her anytime, should she change her mind. Meeting up with Liam and Oren, they fill in the two about Raphael's plan to sneak across the border with Jess, only to wonder what has happened to Jess and Raphael. The group realizes that Billy has Jess, and Liam wants to go after them. Tasha has a plan to track Jess' phone, and the group leaves the police impound lot. Billy knows that Raphael knows where to find the treasure once they get to Vicksburg, and she is searching through his journal because Billy believes the answers can be found in the book. Raphael, however, is not cooperating. While he is distracting Billy and Casey, Jess is trying to get access to her phone, so that her friends can track her. As Billy finds the hidden clue in the book, Jess gains control of her phone. Agent Ross goes to lunch with Zeke and he is admittedly nervous. Ross is also a little annoyed about the dead end she has hit with the case. Ross then shows her evidence, and wonders what to do. Zeke tells her to go find Billy, and not waste her time at lunch with him. She tells him about Miles' missing body, and Zeke suggests that they could always go over to the crime scene and search for bloodstains. While Tasha works her techno magic, Liam and Ethan commiserate over what has happened to Jess. On board Billy's plane, Casey discovers Jess' phone and pulls the SIM card out just after an SOS was sent from the device. Billy has an idea about what to do with the hidden item in Raphael's journal. Seeing Jess' medallion, Billy opens the necklace and discovers that the medallion is an ancient compass. When they are close to the treasure, the compass should direct them to the treasure. Ethan's ex-girlfriend Mina gets the SOS on her phone from Ethan. Worried that something happened to him, she calls Oren and tells him about the message only to speak with Ethan. She tells him about the SOS message and the group determines it must be from Jess. Sending them the location pin, the friends learn that Jess is on Billy's plane and Tasha tracks the destination. Ross and Zeke enter the Sadusky home to look for blood from Miles' body. Little do they know that Billy's goons are on their way back to the house. Surprised, Ross pulls her gun to arrest the suspects and a shootout commences. With one suspect dead, the other escapes, and Ross is still at a standstill with the investigation. On Jess' trail, Oren and Liam look through the last gift given by his grandfather. With Oren's help, Liam deciphers the clues left by Peter Sadusky. With only a few moments to themselves, Raphael warns Jess about the traps waiting for them in the Devil's Swamp. While Raphael is fearful, Jess plans to use the traps waiting for them to escape Billy. Tasha discovers that Billy has her own private security force supporting her. Wondering where they are going, Orrin guesses that it's the Devil's Swamp because he had heard about how it's the Mississippi River's version of the Bermuda Triangle. Back at the Sadusky house, Ross is upset about what has happened. Agent Hendricks offers her coffee and then questions her about what she was doing. Ross receives a video of Jess with Billy from Tasha, and Hendricks is now giving her his full attention. Guided by the ancient artifact, Billy and Casey lead the group, while Jess and Raphael follow. With a direction and miles of swamp, Billy is eager to get searching. In the van, Liam has cracked his grandfather's code and learns that the group Billy is a part of is not a group of treasure hunters, but treasure destroyers. The leader of this group gets the title of Salazar. Meanwhile at the airport, Ross and Hendricks have searched Billy's plane and found nothing. Not sure where to go, Ross calls Tasha, and she tells the FBI that it's most likely the Devil's Swamp. At a standstill, Hendricks is concerned about what to do next. Pulling out his Tic Tac candy, Ross comes to the realization that Hendricks is the one who killed Peter Sadusky. The Tic Tacs have the same orange dye that was found in Sadusky's lab results. Pulling her gun on her boss, Hendricks is shocked at the accusation, but Hendricks complies with Ross' orders. As she lays out all of the details of the case, Ross explains that's why Hendricks pushed her to arrest Jess. Despite Hendricks' denial, Ross has Hendricks handcuff himself to a railing in the plane. Leaving Hendricks behind, Ross heads for the swamp alone. Zeke tells Ross that she will get killed if she goes alone. To Ross, she has no choice because she has no idea how high the conspiracy goes. While Jess and Raphael are worried about what's to come, Billy tells them to cheer up. They are about to find the great Pan-American treasure and prove its existence. Agent Ross comes out from cover and demands everyone freeze. Just when things are looking good for Jess and Raphael, Hendricks comes from behind and stabs Ross with a sword. Raphael then has a flashback to 20 years before as Agent Hendricks, who is in reality Salazar, killed Billy's brother.